Shortly after the terrible rail tragedy in Mumbai last week at Elphinstone overbridge, India Today commissioned a series of ground reports and reality checks to see why that stampede happened and whether this could happen elsewhere as well. As part of our continuing series Bombay Dying, I now bring you an important report filed by my colleague Saurabh Vakhtania from our Mumbai bureau. Saurabh posed as a hawker, went to multiple overcrowded railway platforms and bridges in Mumbai to see what would happen if he pretended to be a hawker, stood in one corner. Would someone come and evict him, or would they be willing to strike deals with him? Well, what we found out really exposes why there are so many hawkers, despite, and remember, this has been the case forever. But Railways Minister Piyush Goyal said last week he wants to change that he's given a big booster dose to the railway police, that he's asking them to get energized and move all illegal hawkers out so that more space can be created. Well, Saurabh's report is quite distressing. Here it is.
Clung to the railing, screaming for help. 12 feet below, some tried frantically to revive fellow passengers, as many others lay lifeless. Gut-wrenching scenes at a train station in the heart of India's financial capital was expected to jolt the guardians of Mumbai's lifeline. But sadly, it hasn't. India Today's investigation has exposed their heartless indifference to passenger safety. But first, listen in to tall promises the netas and the bureaucrats issued to the nation following last week's stampede at Elphinstone station.
मुंबई के, मुंबई कर के और पूरे देश के सेफ्टी कंसर्न्स को फास्ट ट्रैक कैसे करें, स्पीड अप कैसे करें, उसके लिए बिना किसी बाधा के मैंने सभी अधिकारियों को कहा है कि वो थोड़ा विचार करें इस पे।
Our team went undercover to assess the ground reality. The findings are devastating. Remember, overcrowding on a foot overbridge has been blamed for the last week's deadly mid-morning crush at Elphinstone. The city and the nation were told hundreds of senior officials would fan across the network now on to keep its 90 lakh commuters safe. But our special investigation found life is as cheap as 50 rupees at Mumbai's local train station. Yes, any encroacher can steal pedestrian space on their foot over bridges for the price of a fidget, that worthless spinning gizmo. Take a look. Posing as a hawker, our reporter walked into Mumbai Charni Road station. Just so we know, on paper no unauthorized vendor or hawker is allowed on the railway property. But see for yourself the grease that facilitates squatting during rush hour. Listen in to how encroachers strike a quick deal to set up shop on Mumbai locals' congested bridges.
Sir, अभी ये ब्रिज पे लगाने नहीं दे रहे धंधा, ब्रिज पे धंधा लगाने नहीं दे रहे। ये एल्फिंस्टन से हुआ ना। हाँ, मैं बोला ये मैं बेब्लेड बेचने आया था, ये थोड़ा बहुत 1 घंटा भी अगर जो लगाने देते तो। हाँ, अकेला खड़ा रहो उधर, अच्छा नीचे डालने वाले क्या? खाली इतना सा कपड़ा डाल के थोड़ा। ये कितने में बेचता है? मैं तो 40-50 रुपये में बेचता हूँ एक। ठीक है, 50 रुपये दीजिए। हाँ, 50 रुपये दीजिए। उधर बहुत RPF वाले हैं। नहीं, RPF वाले नहीं है उधर आते। तो चले जाओ ना ऊपर। हाँ, वो साइड में बैठेंगे।
You heard this policeman demanding the price of one fidget in bribes to rent out a spot on Charni Road's footover bridge. Yes, it is as cheap as 50 rupees to invade precious little space at Mumbai's railway footbridges. Now our team heads to Santa Cruz, another crowded railway station on Mumbai's western suburbs. We approached a stop near the railway office on platform 3 and 4.
मेरे को ना एक छोटा सा धंधा लगाना था, वो रेलवे ब्रिज के ऊपर।
क्या लगाता है धंधा?
लगाना था।
नहीं लगा पाओगे, कोई दिख रहा है क्या? अभी तो 6,000 रुपया फाइन है।
1 घंटे के लिए
पकड़े गए ना, 6,000 रुपया फाइन है।
1 घंटे के लिए।
रेलवे बोर्ड से आया है, दिल्ली से आया है लोग, चेक करने।
दिल्ली से आया?
हाँ, दिल्ली से।
Not immediately, as inspections were underway, but it doesn't mean never. The cop advised our undercover reporter to come again a week later. It would be business as usual. He then takes his cut and offers a footbridge for hawking.
बाकी ऐसा होता ना तो चालू करवा देगा, तुमसे चाय पानी का लेके चालू करवा देगा। लेकिन अभी ऐसा नहीं है।
कुछ हो जाए।
बात करता हूँ, नहीं हो पाएगा। अभी 8-9 दिन तक भूल जाओ।
You saw vigilance, if any, is temporary. The mess will be back at this station in a matter of days. Our next stop, Mumbai's Ghatkopar station, its peak hour. A hawker we met revealed what it takes to trespass public space at this station.
किसी को देना पड़ता है क्या?
कुछ नहीं, अंदर वाले खाली सामान तो बाहर वाले।
अंदर वाले मतलब?
रेलवे के जो आए, जो बाहर गए, BMC आए।
उनको डेली बेसिस का कि महीने का?
महीने। अरे अपने ऊपर आए, दो तो नहीं दे तो मत दो।
That explains why and how Mumbai's train stations remain choked. Worse, our reporter encountered no vigilance at Ghatkopar, no one to stop him from occupying a footbridge. He sat at one of them for an hour, sold fidgets and left. It's no different at Goregaon as well. Our investigative journalist sat on its narrowest footbridge for an hour in the afternoon. Not a single cop around on patrol. Nobody stopped him. A recipe for a new disaster, Mr. Railway Minister Piyush Goyal. The railways need no cosmetic measures, but a systemic overhaul. Sooner, the safer. With camera person Manish Shirishkar and Prakash Mordhare, this is Saurav Vakhtania for India Today.
Okay, joining us now, Saurav Vakhtania. Solid piece of enterprise journalism. This interesting to be able to capture how this collusion works on the ground, despite everything we've been hearing from the rail minister and the railway board. Also with us, Divesh Singh, who's breaking a story about how the railways police has come out with an investigative report which has given a clean sheet to everyone who's on the ground, saying no one is to blame, that these people just died because of unfortunate circumstances. I want to go across to Saurav Vakhtania first. Saurav, how much of a problem is this collusion in terms of adding to congestion on footover bridges and on platforms? Because I've travelled in the Mumbai local a few times, much lesser than you have of course, but I saw a lot of vendors. So this clearly could be something which is aggravating the problem in a situation where space is already very limited.
Talking in terms of the Mumbai locals, the people of Mumbaikars, the menace of hawkers is very heavy at the local railway stations in Mumbai. Let me tell you that bigger the station, bigger is the hawkers' menace, and there is nothing to stop them. You take it as a Churchgate railway station or a Dadar railway station, or take it as a Andheri railway station. During the peak hours, lakhs of people travel through this railway station. And the main important thing is the hawkers menace. They sit on the railway bridges. Some even dare and come inside the railway compartments. They sit on the railway platforms. So there is no stopping them. When we did our sting operation, we went from bigger station to a smaller station and to a lesser crowd station as well. We went in the morning, we went in the evening during the rush hour. At some places, we did not even find cops. When we talk about the Goregaon railway station, it was a very crowded station, but we did not find a single cop present over there. We sat there for around 1.5 hours. And after this, my camera team who was present with me while we were shooting this, one of the cameramen went around the railway station. They tried to figure out where the cop is, and they did not find a single cop who were present there who can make a complaint over there. Imagine if any incident occurs over there. So who will be responsible for this? So it is a very alarm occasion, and the bridges, the railway platforms are very narrow, and the crowd is ever increasing. So whatever can be done for the infrastructure, it is high time, because it will be
important point that Saurabh is making, and I'm glad that we did this story because it really shows this problem and it needs to be fixed. Also, this report that has just come out seems to suggest, Devesh, that these people just died, because if everyone is not to blame, then it almost seems as if, 22 people died and in the end, no one will have to take any flack for it.
Rahul, what happened is the Dadar police station that is conducting investigation regarding the stampede mishap that happened at Elphinstone railway station on 29th of September. Dadar police has found out that there was no dereliction of duty and no one is to be blamed from the government side, from the railways or the police or the railway protection force, because these people gathered there, they stopped there, and unfortunately some trains arrived, and after that the crowd grew, and some of them slipped, and that led to the mishap. As of now, Dadar police has only found out this. We spoke to the investigation team. They say that very soon they'll be telling this to higher ups also, that yes, this investigation proves that no one is responsible, but this was just an unfortunate incident that led to death of 23 people at the Elphinstone railway station.
I don't agree for a moment, because I think the investigation Saurabh put out really shows that there is responsibility that needs to be fixed. There is collusion, there is corruption that needs to be cleaned up. Otherwise, such accidents could happen again. I hope Minister Piyush Goyal has been very active, very energetic since he took charge of the railways, is watching and will work towards fixing what India Today has exposed.